So the next one is the fear of death. That is the process of life, right? That's the circle of life, as they say. You live for a brief period in eternity, and then you go. You want to really understand that death is inevitable, and you almost want to look forward to death and believe that by the time you get there, you would have done everything you needed to do. You are so focused, you are so driven, you're so content, you're confident every day. Just taking life in its strides, right? People feel they see one disease, they then feel like they've been infected or they've been afflicted by a disease. Maybe I should go run a test. You want to have a good medical checkup, especially if you're over 40, right? You want to have a good medical checkup twice a year. I think if you're under 40, you should do that once a year. You want to understand that you are in good health, eat good food, exercise, so that you can live longer. But you don't want to get to the point where you're just obsessed with your health and every little thing that comes up, oh, I need to check, oh, I need to check, I need to check this. You want to be confident that if you're doing your best to live healthy, that you're also going to live healthy in the long run. You almost want to be looking forward to getting older, because I think that the older you get, the wiser you become, the more comfortable with yourself, the more comfortable in your skin you are. You want to look at old age as a plus rather than minus. You don't want to think, oh, when I'm old, I'm not going to be able to do that. Yes, you really want to understand that a lot would change, but you should look forward to your old age. As you get older, you're going to be more comfortable, you're going to be more secure. There's also a lot of technology that are helping us to live longer. You want to get to the point where you're secure regardless of what's being done outside. And I like what happened in the 2020 resolutions, where a lot of people just sort of showed their failures and showed that, hey, look, I know I achieved X, Y, Z, but this is what it took to get there, and it really took 10 years for me to get this thing done. It comes across in like 2 seconds on your feed, but it really took 10 years to do it. I think that was very constructive to social media. There's a lot of TED Talks about people just aborting social media and just becoming more productive and becoming more useful. If you're not feeding your mind constructive thoughts, finding resources that are going to help you be more confident, be more secure, be more wholesome, think more wholesome thoughts about yourself, then you're just going to end up feeding yourself a lot of insecurities, which is just going to be tearing you down rather than building you up. So find people that are constructive, find things that are constructive to your mind and feed on them. Spend time getting to know yourself and just be very introspective. I felt this fear, why did I feel it? I felt this insecure when I saw this person got married, why did I feel insecure? Deal with that insecurity, deal with that fear when and if it arises, and then look at it. I'm happy for these people. I think they're doing well. I'm grateful that they actually thought to share this thing with everybody, and you move on. But don't start digging in and then start looking at your life. If this hadn't happened with that spouse, or if this hadn't happened with that person, then maybe that would have been me sharing my post. Maybe you're not seeing the full picture because it's just a square image, right? In like split seconds. And you're not really seeing the build up towards that. You're not seeing all the arguments, all the fights, all the constraints that they had in the relationship before they got there. And then when they finally got there, that was such a huge achievement for them. They felt like, oh wow, really want to celebrate this with X person. We really want to share this with all our followers so that they can celebrate with us. And you should really look at it like that. You're not seeing the background image, you're not seeing what's underneath the surface, you're just seeing what's on the surface. So you should really take time, appreciate them, but then move on and go and do something much more constructive to yourself that would help build you up. In the end, you just want to be able to say that there is nothing in this world that would, I feel like I'm preaching right now, but in the end, you really want to be able to say that, hey, look, there's nothing in this world that I'm holding on to. There is nothing that is tangible that I'm holding on to, right? You want to be able to be secure in who you are, be secure in your essence. And if you're religious, obviously, you want to be able to be secure in your creator as well. You just want to understand that, whatever you're holding on to, you're not going to leave with it, right? We come here with nothing and we leave with nothing, right? And this is regardless of, obviously, your religious belief, whether you're atheist, agnostic, or religious, in some sort of way, it doesn't really matter. But you should look forward to it, because the older you get, the wiser you're going to be, the more money you'd have, definitely, the older you are, because obviously you should be saving more, you should be earning more, you should be progressing more. But it's not automatic, it's not quick, it's not microwavable, it's not like a washing machine where you put it in and check back in 15 minutes, it's all done. It's life, and life is tough, and life is hard, right? And you really want to just sort of keep up with the pace. And days when you can't keep up with the pace, you take a chill, relax, recuperate, and then you come back the next day and then you grind harder. And that's just life. Not everything that you see that is successful is possibly success, and not every success is your success. The way X is successful doesn't mean that that's the way Y would be successful. right? So your path is your path. Your path is for you to really understand, and it's not hopping from one path to the next path and to the next path and to the next path and hoping that something just clicks. So just a quick recap, right? I think if you surround yourself with people that are secure, and if you feed your mind with things that will boost your self-confidence and things that will build your essence, I think that in the end it would be constructive to you rather than destructive. I'm just going to tell you this on the side, right? I think you also want to pick up hobbies. Our generation, everybody's just so focused on, oh, I need to make X dollars, I need to make Y dollars. You know, this person is earning this, I'm supposed to be earning that and much more. All of these things burn us out. Maybe learn a new language, learn how to swim. Pick something that distracts you from work, the grind, or from just the everyday hustle. If you pick that thing and then you kind of build up expertise in that, it would also help build your self-confidence. Because what ends up happening is, if you're not secure in who you are and you're just focused on work and you get burnt out, then you're just going to end up picking up a bad habit or something that would be feeding your body and destroying your body at the same time. Maybe alcohol, maybe drugs, sex, maybe pornography, or some sort of thing that will be destroying you rather than helping you to become more secure. I'm going to deal with pornography. I think I'm going to create a vlog on pornography in and itself and recommend like a healing book on that and just look at pornography from all aspects. We're basically just going to dissect pornography on that vlog. So keep a lookout. I think one of these days when I can find time, I will break it down and teach people how to heal. So I think that is going to be super essential. So keep a lookout for that. I think that's that for this week. So next week, we're going to be looking at my favorite topic, which is commitment. And I really want you to take time and listen to that episode because it would be very constructive, it was super essential, and it would help you to pick one thing that you really want to do and just stick with it and just keep going at it, right? Rather than you pick one thing, you do another thing, you pick another. So commitment is super important, super essential, and I hope that you tune in next week for that. So thank you again for taking the time to tune into this week's episode, and I hope that you find time next week to look at that episode as well. So I'll see you next week, Monday. Thank you again, and have a good week.